Given an array of integers as strings and numbers, return the sum of the array values as if they're all numbers. Return your answer as a number. Okay, put this false under fundamentals. Okay, cool. So let me just start documenting some of this stuff.
Yep.
So we get so it's definitely an array, right?
Yes, as far as our return, well, no. We're given strings and numbers.
Yeah, in the form of an array of string. And
Okay,
numbers.
yeah, in the form of an array. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, correct. In the form of an array, and we need to return a value, a number value.
Cool. So we get that. Okay. So return the sum of the array. So I always forget what I do here. Process, output, whatever edge case there is, so I'll go here. Association would be like. All right, so I guess I can kind of just see. Let's see. All right, so we need to just basically. I'm thinking out loud here is to get the.
Yeah.
Let me get the example actually out so I can look at it.
Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. I'm trying to see if there's any edge cases.
Yeah. So the edge
I
case,
guess.
the edge case part, I'm always wondering like when do I talk about that? I write it down to not to forget about it, but like like in an interview, do I talk about the potential edge cases first, or I think
it
comes after?
maybe after you, I guess, just re-summarize the problem to the interviewer. Before you go over some examples, or maybe you can do it during the example. It might be easier to explain.
True that.
Yeah. But yeah, these problems obviously, are not that complex, and they don't have that much edge cases, if not none. The level 8. So yeah, it's kind of hard, I guess, try to determine what they are because these are so easy. So most of the time we kind of gloss over edge cases, from what it seems like. Yeah.
True. All right, so I'm thinking about as far as the process. So like I'm just gonna explain it out loud. So basically we're gonna go through each. So we have to kind of go through each one of these elements.
Yep.
And sum all of these up, but first identify that some of these elements are numbers and some are strings, so we need to do some conversion there. So I'm gonna put some notes here. You'll need to convert each element to a number before any like math is done or sum or reducing. Right? So I think that's the only thing that's really popping up. Like you said, this is pretty straightforward for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go here. I'm thinking we need to somehow iterate. Obviously it's an array, so there's some iteration involved. Loop through it, get to this number here, get to this element and say, is this a number? Yes or no. If it is, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Then do a check for the next one. And then when we get to the 7, is this a num? No, convert to num. And we would convert it. So one thing I'm thinking is when I convert it is if I were to create like converted, I'll just put, let's just say this is like a different array here. Like, so after I convert it, this number, let me back up. After each number, am I gonna take it, and if it's a number, push it here, right?
Yeah.
So that's one approach I can do. Right, come here, 3 is a num, cool, it's safe to push.
For sure, yeah.
Come here, no, it's not a num. We need to convert it from string to num.
Yeah.
So it converts, then take that number and then push it up.
For sure, yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't know if there's a way to do it in place. I'm not sure, I need to look that up. Maybe there's a way we can do it in place so we don't have to use another.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either, but there's probably a few methods, I would think, that we can use to convert it in place.
Word. We can probably do that later, like if there's like a refactoring of it. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Just doing kind of like the long way.
That's always a good first approach. Yeah. For completeness. Yeah. Brute force for completeness.
Brute force. Yeah, I like that. I like that too.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm at 3. It wasn't a num, so we make a conversion and push. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the mindset. So iterate through the array. So and then do a check. Right. That says if current L is a num. Then push to new container. I'm using your word. Otherwise, if it's not, we need to convert.
Exactly. Yeah.
Convert current L to num. Then push to new container.
Yeah.
Cool. Then once we get to the end of the array, do you see when I highlight by any chance? Like when I highlight the...
Yeah, I do see it, yeah.
Okay, cool. But so when we get to the end, then we're done with this array, then we got a new one, and then we could just use like, I don't know, like is there like a dot sum array method, or
I think
or reduce. Yeah.
Or it might be sum too. There might be a sum method too.
Yeah.
But reduce definitely for sure. I'm more familiar with reduce.
Or that's. I want to see if there's anything else. Maybe a new one we haven't used yet. Or it's like reduce the.
Yeah, this probably
the holy grail.
Yeah, there's probably another one that maybe requires maybe a two-step instead of just using one method.
Okay. No doubt. All right. Yeah. So once we finish the loop, then sum up the new, we call it new container, something like that.
Yeah, all the values in a new container.
Yeah. And then that should be it. I think. You feel like I'm missing anything? Any like weird edge cases?
No. Yeah. So I was thinking. Let me see. You might not even have to do if statement.
Okay.
I was thinking we might not even have to do an if statement because we can just iterate. So looking at all the step you wrote out to break it down. So line 16, we might not have to do that. We can just apply a method to all of the elements in the array, even the numbers. So I guess if we applied the method to a integer, it won't do nothing. But if we apply it to the string, it will do something to it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that might, I guess, reduce or make it a little short as far as not having to have a if statement.
So I must do this. That makes sense. I kind of understand definitely a refactored. I spell that right? Refactored. Version, right?
Yeah.
So this would consist of removing the if
statement. Yeah, yeah. Just applying the method
Yeah.
to all the values in the array.
So like what was that like there's like a number. Was
Just
it,
the number,
is it
number,
number?
the number method. I think it's capital N.
Yeah,
Yeah, N.
something like
That's it.
that, right?
Or parse N. I think parse N is another one I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. Parse int directly.
Yeah, parse.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just do it directly
Right, yeah.
versus. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So there's those two. Yeah, there's probably more too, but yeah, those two are the one I'm most familiar with.
And I'm just doing dot to just whatever other steps we have. I'm gonna just leave that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So how about I'm gonna just do this version first, and then do a refactor version without the if statement. Just so
Okay.
we can have two different versions.
Or in the process of doing the, I guess, complete brute force way, if you think of something else, then you can always just do it another way too as well. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Cool.
yeah, a lot of options. That's sometimes, I guess, a dilemma too, as far as what methods should you choose in a way. Yeah, that's pretty common as far as the thought process goes. And that's what we currently have too. So, but hey.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. All right, bet. So I'm just gonna start this part here. I don't foresee any edge cases coming off right now.
No, yeah, it's not now.
Yeah. Return a number, a sum, and then this I'm gonna do last as far as the optimization with regards to like identifying big O. I know we kind of talked about like starting to do that a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, from time and time again.
Bet. So I'm gonna comment this out real quick. So.
Yep.
Okay.
Now it's the fun part, right?
Yeah.
So actually, the solution.
Function summix. Let me just put this up here. Ooh, I'm doing something wrong with this. No. Alright. Function summix. It had an X inside.
Yep.
As a parameter. I'm going to undo this part. So see. So, okay. So I'm going to rename. Sorry, I'm going to create an empty array.
Yep.
Okay. So call it bad with names. I'll just call it a new container now.
That works.
Right, and then we're gonna iterate. So that equals 0. Iterate through the array. That's going to be if I less than new container.length. That's I plus get notification. Then do a check. Okay, so I'm gonna say, well, first,
yep.
Let me grab current element. This just to make it easier for me to read.
Okay. Yeah.
I have. All right. Now I'm gonna do a check. So I'm gonna say if current L is does not equal. I'm gonna try type of number. Is that what's the primitive data type for typos? Is it
type of? I know type of returns the whatever you pass into the type of parentheses. It returns a data structure for that, or the So is that what you're asking? So we want type of to return. Well, I guess if it's not a number, we want to convert it. So,
okay, yeah.
I don't know.
You're right. So I'm just wondering, can I just like implicitly like write number? So
Yeah. I don't know if it'll execute if you put type of in parentheses, because the way I know that it's supposed to be written would be type of, parentheses, and um,
okay.
I never did it this way. But hey, we can try definitely.
Yeah, I want to just
Hmm.
a way we can. I'll probably
Yeah,
I'll fix it in a bit. I'm just gonna
exactly. Yeah, it'll definitely give us, I guess, a printout of the error if there is one. So yeah.
the current is not console dialog current L. Okay, I'm gonna have to change this, but what I'm saying basically is, yeah, I'm iterating through. I'm abstracting out the current element so that it's easy to read. Current L. So I'm saying if current L does not equal the data type of number,
Yeah.
then print that out. So basically, I should be getting. Let me grab a sample.
Exactly. Yeah. We just need a sample and then execute the sample and
Right.
yeah.
I'm gonna copy and paste this bad boy down here. So I should get 9 and 3 because they're not. Oh no, wait. If current
Seven,
7, so I should get the strings, right?
7 and 3. Yeah.
Okay, bet.
How will it print out? It'll print out as an array, I'm guessing. Just 7 3.
I think I'll just print out the current elements individually.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, individually. Yeah,
So
probably is. Yeah.
this may not work because I don't know if I'm doing this part right.
Correct. Yeah.
But let's see. CD to CodeWars. This one's called sum next array.js.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, I need to comment this out. My bad. Okay, let me try that again.
Yeah, line 10 is 22. Yeah.
Nothing happened. All right, definitely didn't work.
Yeah. So it didn't work. Yeah.
Boom. Begin array. Current L not equal type of. Let me go back to the documentation for type of. I'm probably doing it wrong.
Good call. Yeah, let me do that too as well.
I'm thinking about this though.
Type of. So there's two ways to write it. Okay, one is with a parentheses, one is without. All right, interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know you can write it without the parentheses.
Okay. Interesting. So if I did, oh, here we go. Here are the examples. Okay. The type of num does not equal. Does not equal. Am I doing this right? It's not double equal.
Type of number. Yeah, I'm trying to think of another way we can verify the syntax of type of number. But I'm not too sure. Yeah. No, yeah, someone's upset. Yeah, do you got to take a minute or?
No, she's fine. Yeah, she just got.
Okay.
The mom took her.
All right, cool. Just making sure. Let's see. Yeah, I know if we pass in a string to type of, say we do type of blubber, it'll log, string, but. Or maybe we can do wait. If new container current L type of. Yeah. As far as the expression that we're trying to write, I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
What approach would be?
Yeah, I feel like.
What are we trying to achieve again with this if statement?
Yeah, so basically, I'm just trying to say, like, does not equal. Well, maybe actually it has to equal a number. So if the current L is a string, that's what I really want. I don't want a number.
Okay. We try that.
If type of triple equals type of blank. Oh, okay. I did this. I see what I'm doing wrong here. I have to do it here. Type.
Oh yeah, I just thought about that. I just thought about this right now. I'm not. Yeah, honest. Equals. Yeah, string.
Yeah, it took me.
This looks better. Yeah, this looks better. Yeah.
So.
This should produce something now.
Yeah, I should hopefully get the. No.
Can we just add a parentheses around current L then? Let's try that.
Like here?
In line 46. Yeah. Just add a parentheses around current L. And we have to capitalize. Do we have to capitalize the O? No, we don't. Did I say parentheses, not quotes? So
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So yeah, parentheses around current L and just remove the space after type of.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks good, but does it produce anything? No, I still don't.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Current.
I feel like I've done this before, and I'm doing something wrong for sure.
Where console.log in current L only if it's a string. Maybe we need to backtrack a little bit to the full.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is
we can try hard coding the first iteration as well too, or I guess the third index, which would be a string, just to make sure that the if statement is working. That's another one.
Oh yeah. So you mean like hard code?
Hard code, and there would be new. I guess it'd be type of new container bracket 2. And that's just to verify that the if statement is working correctly.
I think you lost me, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, I'll write it up here in line 45. So, right now I'm not too sure if the if statement is working properly. So, an approach to confirm that it is verifying that each index is a string. I would do type of to so I would do this, write this, I guess, expression inside the if statement, line 46. But I'm not sure you was thinking about something else. But this is what I was thinking as far as confirming. So line 45 is used to confirm that line 46 is working. You have to add line 45 into line 46 to confirm.
Okay. Oh yeah, let's do that then. So let's see. Let me just redo this part. Boom. Plug in there. This one. Here.
Let's see. Yeah, so hard coding it. But wait, do we want to print current L though?
No, we don't. And
I think we just true. What will we print out?
True.
Yeah. If it is true, yeah, we'll just print out true.
Alright, nothing's happening.
So it's false. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use the debugger. I'm gonna go back to this one.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, just see what is happening. I feel like this should work. For some reason, I'm missing something. And I have one mix. Same spelling. Alright, I'm gonna go back to here. Fire up
I got a quick question. With the debugger, did you have to install like another package or library, or is it kind of built into, I guess, VS Code?
This one, the one I use is the one that's built into VS Code.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I was just wondering about that. But good to know.
Yeah, I had to kind of YouTube that one to like figure out how to use it and through trial and error too.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't easy at first to understand it, for me at least.
No, it takes some time getting used to. I don't use it too often, man. So yeah, I don't know how to. I guess I don't know how to use it, so to speak. But it's definitely useful in many situations. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm gonna roll through this.
All right.
Are you in the same terminal now? Because I know like
yeah, I still am. I can see the left column. I guess the local. I guess new container. Yeah, the block variables and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, no wonder. It's just like totally not even looping.
Holy cow! All right. Whoa. All right. Let me just close this file. So the for loop is not written correctly, or
no, right? It's definitely not even looping through it.
we might need to backtrack then.
Oh.
That's the case.
Yeah, my bad. I see what I'm doing wrong. I wrote new container here. See this?
Oh, all right.
And there's nothing in here. There had to be
I see.
x.length.
So it'd be x, right? Wow. Good catch. I didn't see that.
Me either.
So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the other terminal, the first one we worked on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Let's see. Let me see if I can. I can't even get there. Let me. All right. Never mind. All right. Yeah. I'm back in a new terminal. All right. I see it now. Yes. I think so. Can you type something on the command line? Okay. Yeah. 7 to 3. Boom.
all right, cool.
Oh yeah, it worked.
Jesus. All right.
Wow. Man. All right. Yeah.
So basically, we were looping through this new container array, which was empty.
That was empty. Yeah. Right. That's why I didn't really print anything out. All right. Yeah. Correct.
So definitely did something wrong there. My bad on that one.
That's all right. Yeah. That's all right. Yeah.
So all right, bet. So going back to the steps, the check is saying iterate through the array, do a check if current L is a num. Actually, we're gonna do the string first. We're gonna check because we have it here ready. So if it's a string, we're going to use one of those. I feel like we wrote it down somewhere. One of those methods to convert.
Yeah, line 27. Yep.
Yeah. So parse int or number? Which one should we go with?
Number might be easier.
All right. So let's say new container that push. Can we put the parse int in here? Or number? Sorry, you said number, right?
Yeah.
Number.
Maybe. We can try it.
Yeah, let's see. Current L. Then here, else, we'll just push. I'm just gonna copy this and remove this stuff.
Okay, I lost you there for a second. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Like 2 seconds ago, I lost you for like a few seconds, but yep, I'm good now.
Okay, yeah. So what I did basically is, I don't know if you saw this line 47.
Yes, I
Um,
see it right now.
cool. Yeah. So that's like saying if the current element is a string, then we'll push it to the new container, but we're going
Mhm.
to change it to a number, which I hope this works.
Right. We'll
Oh,
convert it first, and then we'll push it to the container.
yeah.
Got it.
Otherwise it's already a number. So we'll push it up,
Yeah. Mhm.
and what I'm gonna do is just log out the log.
Mhm.
And you can
There might be a little bit of a latency. I don't see you typing right now. That's the funny thing.
okay.
So I'm
Okay.
not sure what happened there.
I'm gonna kill the session and then give it, or you can like hop off and then hop back on.
Um, Let me try this. Let me close the file and let me just reopen it.
All right.
See what happens. Yeah, I'll do that first. Yeah, it's still. Let me type something. Can you see me type something on line 55? Tests.
No.
Yeah. Wonder what happened there. Yeah, so weird. Share terminal. Yeah.
All right.
Bash.
Let me kill the session and I'm just gonna fire it back up and send you the link again.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. Hello, hello.
Hey,
All right.
I can hear you.
All right, cool. I can hear you too.
All right.
Okay, so we're back. All right.
Cool. So I'm going to test this thing out.
Okay.
It's open.
One.
Need to comment out these notes. Keep forgetting.
Line 12.
Yeah, I had to comment out. I had yeah, I just needed to comment them out.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to do that.
Mhm. All right, there we go.
Cool. So that's working.
Yep, that looks good.
Cool. And then I think the last thing was to figure out if there was on line 12 we talked about using is it
Yep.
like a two sum or, I mean we know reduce works, but I'm wondering
Mhm.
if there's like something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I typed that in earlier.
You find anything?
I don't think I found anything. Well, I found something, but let me look at it again. I'm not sure how we can apply it. Actually, the first result was math. Printed out math. I guess the math object with different methods. So this is not the right page. Sum x path.
Yeah, I keep seeing reduce. It's the only one that keeps popping up.
Yeah.
I guess we can use reduce. I mean, I was just trying to see if there's anything else out there besides reduce.
Yeah. Yeah, it might take some time, I guess, just going through. But yeah, reduce works.
All right.
So yeah, we can definitely use reduce.
Let's use that one. All right, so let me go back to code and here. So I am going to do I write it up here or let's reduced array equals new container reduce, and that's going to be one of those A/B things.
Yeah.
Arrow function. It was A plus B, right? A plus B.
That should be yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I need the accumulator with this version, but let me check documentation. Or if you know off the top of your head, or
You mean adding in like a third argument? Because A is the
yeah. No, just like that it's called the accumulator. I don't know if I need to add it here or this is just good enough.
Wait, A is A not the wait, A is the current value and B or wait, let's see here. Is A the current value and B is the accumulator? I keep forgetting.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up for that. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. So the first parameter is accumulator, and the second one is the I'm sorry, I lost you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see her. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just take this off. Follow me. Yeah, the second one is a current value. So,
Current value. Okay, all right. A is accumulator. B is current value.
cool. So this should work then.
All right.
Let me just log. Definitely the longer way. I know, like, there's probably a nice little one-liner. Thinking.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can eventually work on that. Yeah. Once we get this this solution down.
All right. So I'm going to fire this up and run it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me uncomment.
Line 12 again. Yep.
22. Is that what they want?
Yeah, that should be good. 7 3 is 10. Yep. 9 3 is 12. 10 plus 12 is 22.
Looks good.
All right. Yeah. So it works. We do know that.
All right.
Double check it, I guess, in CodeWars.
Yeah.
Unless you want to clean it up really quick.
Yeah. I'm going to pull some bugs out. And this has to be return reduced array. I'm wondering if I just put this on top, it should work.
Let's see. Yeah. Wait. So it's in the outer scope, the reduce container, and it should have access to the for loop variables. So yeah, that should work.
Yeah, we can just test it out real quick. Reduce storage just to make sure we get the same result. I'm going to fire this up in the terminal, and no.
No initial value. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can set it.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So you need to add something to line 42 after B, maybe 0, I guess. That happened since we took it. We put it in the global as not a global, but then a variable outside of the for loop. That's why I guess we have to declare it initial value. That's my guess.
Okay, so that's where that. So I guess that's what I was trying to think when I spoke a lot about using the initial value thing. That was what I was referencing, not the accumulator. So I guess I do need that, but I don't know where to put that exactly.
I think you just put after B.
After B? Hold on.
Yeah, after B inside the parentheses. So it might be just like a comma then 0, if I'm not mistaken.
Like in here? Like that?
Yeah. Oh no, after the other B.
the other
A
B?
plus B.
Right here?
Yes. Yeah, comma 0. That should, yeah.
Alright, let's test that.
That should do it.
Oh wow, this is my first time running through this 0. Okay.
Yeah, well, it just returns 0, huh? Or, yeah. Okay, so that's definitely not it. It's not accumulating then correctly.
Yeah.
The initial value is 0, but it's just printing out the initial value.
I wonder if I could just, all right, I want to think about this. So the 0 thing is where it belongs, right? Because I never really done that before, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
So initial value, I mean, where would I see that at?
Accumulated current value.
I'm trying to find an example. That's good to know, because like I'm not.
Yeah, you can put anything for the initial value. You can put an empty array, an empty object as well. So. Yeah, so right now we're trying to determine why our function is only printing out 0, right? We're trying to have it, I guess, accumulate, and go through the whole, I guess, iteration of how the reduce method will work, but it's not doing that right now.
No, because according to that error, it wants an initial value. I guess because like where I moved it to. Okay,
Yeah, you moved it outside of the if statement scope.
Right, because we go, if we go to right, so it's top down. It stores this in memory. It stores that in memory, but there's a function call with the reduce. So it's firing off this function call first before we even get to this lines. So it's trying to reduce something that doesn't exist. That makes sense. That's why it's not working.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this does not belong here. I think I just
yeah. I think we're back inside the if statement. Yeah.
Well, actually, it was outside. It was at
outside, but after.
So yeah, after we fill up this new container array with numbers.
All right, I see.
Then we can reduce it because there's actual like elements, there's actual numbers in here to reduce.
All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. So we can't call the reduce, I guess, or we can. We can, but we won't have any value in the new container array besides the initial value, which is 0.
Right. Yeah. So I'm going to do this to see if this works in CodeWars. Just return like straight out. Maybe it will. I don't know. But if not, I have to like do it the other way, flip it around. But let me just run it inside of
correct.
CodeWars real quick.
Let's give it a try.
I'm gonna do that. Remove. Let's just test. It may not like it. Yeah, definitely. Reduce the array is not defined. That's because I need to remove this out of here and make sure to test it again. All right, it looks like it looks like it worked.
All right, nice.
Let me just. So it worked. The initial test worked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attempt
but on the second test.
Yeah, it worked.
All right, cool.
So this right here is the first answer. I haven't hit submit yet because I don't want to see the other answers yet. I want to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you're good on time, but it's 6 o'clock already.
Yeah, I can do another 30 minutes. Yeah, we started at 5, so an hour and a half. Yeah, so I got 30 more minutes.
All right, so I'm gonna push this down here because I want to refactor it once and then just like try to maybe guess the time complexity.
Yeah. Well, guess, but with I guess
within reason. Yeah.
With good reasons. Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Guess and verify. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Do you want me to refactor or you want to try it?
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, we can refactor. I can try to
okay,
follow you and then maybe try to help too as well with refactor or give you some suggestion as well.
Cool. Yeah.
So I was suggesting for refactoring that we don't have to include the if statement. So I'm not sure if you're going to take that approach. I
am.
That's one approach I would try. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna write your notes. Actually, your notes are up here. You said something about line 27. Yeah. To remove the if statement, you said on line 26 and apply. Okay, so I'm thinking
apply to every element.
Yeah. So I would do something like we definitely need to loop, right? We have to iterate. That's like
yeah.
Right. Okay.
I think we can get rid of line 44 to 45 and just do it in line 47.
Copy. All right. So the loop.
Oh, it did it again. Let's see. Wait. Can you type again? Maybe I was not looking at the right. All right, you're good still. Yeah, my fault.
Okay.
All right. So we're on line 58. All right. Cool. I'm with you.
Cool. All right. So what did I type with? Oh, so use.
Yeah.
This. So we said I is less than x
Yeah, plain.
Oh, you know what? You know what I wanted
Yeah.
to do for the
What were you thinking? Yeah.
for the loop, instead of doing a for loop, I wanted to
Yeah.
use, what was it? Is it a map or for each?
Yeah, map and for each. So for each, from what I understand, it doesn't create a new container. So map does create a new container, and the thing about map too, is that if you're not using the array that you're converting, and if you're not using it for something else, then they say you shouldn't use map.
Okay.
So it's just taking up, or it's just creating another, I guess, container and taking up more memory. Whereas for each won't. For each will modify the initial array. Map creates a new array. I think while the while loop won't create a new array either. So we can try for each a while or
okay. The map creates a new array, and you're saying the for each doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering.
I could be wrong. Let me double check that too.
So I guess the question is, do we need a new array if we're? I guess what I want to do is in the map or whatever iterator we use is to like.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to learn how to use it because I don't really use map that much or for each, for the sake of just using it. And secondly, I just wanted to use a map, and inside of that use some sort of like a number method and just do like in one line versus
I gotcha, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know which one to use.
Yeah. So yeah, map is definitely another option besides the for loop. And inside the map expression, we can just use the number method as well, and it can be definitely one line. We can use map and the map method along with the number method. Yeah, and it'll look more elegant.
So
as far as
Go ahead. You just got me thinking too. Like the for each, I just pulled it up as well. It almost does it in place, like it does any. So it applies a function of some sort to the element in place versus creating a new one.
Instead of creating a new one, right? Or does it create a new one? I don't think it creates a new one.
I don't think so. It doesn't say.
Yeah.
At least it doesn't say.
Right.
I guess I'll try the for each first, and then what I'll do is for each. Let me just do it. Let's see if let me see the syntax. It's just array. So it'll be x dot for each. For each. Oh, what's this? That's not what I wanted. For each.
It auto-populated, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for each of those elements, so I'm just gonna follow documentation. Right. It's saying we want to take element and do do a number thingy.
Yeah, we can just use the number method on each element. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And
yeah, that should be it. Yeah.
And then, okay, but so then this does it in place, right? And then at a certain point, I'm just gonna comment this out.
Yeah.
Use a dot reduce and like chain it to this. To this thing here.
Right. Yeah.
But before I even get to that, let me make sure that this thing. I don't know what the hell this is gonna work or not, but let's just.
Yeah, I think we might can chain as far as whatever operation goes. Map goes in front of numbers. As far as chaining those two methods together, map.
Okay.
We'll have to. Oh wait, no. If we are gonna use map, but we're not using map right now, so we can use it for each. So.
Yeah, because it's like in place. So let me just log this out. I do have a question and like kind of like undefined. Okay, so this is. So maybe I need to do this in a that variable maybe, and log,
Okay, yeah,
and then log out.
declare it.
Let's see, undefined. Okay, that's not working.
Again. Hmm.
Let's backtrack. Let's console.log elements. So I'm just
Yeah,
logging. Yeah.
let's just see, yeah, if it prints out the element. Oh, it does. All right,
Okay.
cool.
So I want to convert that element into a number. So I can't do
Number, yeah.
that. I can't do that in here then? I guess not.
We just tried that, right? And it didn't work. I guess we can try it again.
In theory, I feel like it should work, right? Like it sounds.
Yeah, it's not throwing an error. It's just saying it's undefined for some reason. So, did you try console.log number parentheses element earlier? Let's try that.
No, I didn't. Maybe that's why, because it's expecting to return something.
Oh, yeah. We're not writing the return, I guess, explicitly. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, because like when you log it out in this VS Code, it doesn't like do that for you. It doesn't compile.
This should work.
All right. Let's see. Run it. Yay! Good call, Simon.
Yeah. All good. Cool. And I guess it's just return. You have to return it.
Yeah, I'll do that. So we know it's working. But so.
Yeah.
We don't have to explicitly hit the return, right? Because it's in the same line. That's only when it's only when we do this, right? We throw it in the block.
I think let's try it because it didn't work earlier, right? We was it not like this earlier? We wrote it like this earlier, or did you change something?
Yeah, we wrote it like this earlier. So like I see what you're saying. But I'm thinking like because like in VS Code, like
yeah.
For whatever reason when like so that if I put return, actually I don't need to put return because it should return out anyway. When you do the arrow function in one line, you don't have to put return.
Okay, let's try it out. Or are you gonna write something else for you?
It'll be undefined because we gotta. So like I bet if I throw this in let me throw this in like Google Chrome
maybe
real quick.
Chrome developer tool. Yeah, all right. So maybe this is VS Code. Okay. For whatever reason, yeah. I see what you mean now. Yeah. So yeah, let's verify that. Let me do that too. While we're at it. It's line 56 to 63.
Let me hit the return.
Undefined.
Yeah, it definitely got undefined. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I just throw it in the block then. Do it the old school way.
Yeah, try that. I put the return word in front of number.
Did it work?
And it's saying unexpected token return, so that doesn't work either.
Okay. Let me just do.
So we probably don't need a return. Well, we don't need to write return explicitly, with that being said. And what are you trying to do right now?
I'm writing this in the developer tools.
Okay, got it.
I'm trying to see if I'm doing it the right way. I think I'm doing something wrong for sure. Let's see.
Yeah, let me read the function myself. Test. This is return test.
Interesting. I'm doing something wrong for sure.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to see why it's returned undefined.
Definitely not working for me.
Element number. Hmm. X. So, is that syntax correctly written? X, we're chaining for each to X.
Which is the array.
Yes. Okay, I see their example. Yes. So that syntax should be fine. Yeah, correct in their example.
I'm not sure why it's like
Tests. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a debugger on this just to see if something else pops up. 'Cause I honestly don't know. I'm a little lost, to be honest.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, this should fire up. Second. Terminal. The debugger's attached. Alright, it's running. So I'm gonna run it. And go through the motions and see what happens.
Yeah. See why we're getting undefined.
So it's on line 59. It did something. I don't see any.
We're supposed to see, I guess, 9 for the first, first value. Alright, as shown undefined.
Yeah, I just finished.
Okay, right, yep.
X for each. Interesting.
We were able to earlier we was able to print out all of the element, right, without the number method.
Yeah,
so
we wrap this number thing in the console.log, so it's kind of just printing out all the elements. So number. Does number return a boolean or something like that?
Yeah, let's look at that method real quick.
Maybe that's why it's saying, is this a number? True. And then kind of just like bounces out the loop.
Maybe. Number is a primitive wrapper object used to represent and manipulate numbers like 37. We're not using we're not comparing anything to number. Creates a new number value. So the number construct creates a new number value. So maybe we're not logging that new number value. Maybe we need to create another container for it.
Maybe.
Because right now we're only creating. Bless you. Right now we have a container for the for each method, but we don't have a container for the number method. Well, I could be wrong too. Yeah. I'm thinking we might need to create if we create a new container for, I guess, our number elements. Where can we put it then?
For each. So are you saying something like this? I'm back in the code. So are you saying to like oops, let me remove this. I confuse myself. Right, so if I were to then like put a container in here, you mean? Like let
test equals that, and then I guess you should declare another name. So line 60, we need a new container name.
Yes.
Maybe results or something.
Yeah, number results.
Or numbers, results.
Sorry, I didn't see that. I wrote test again.
No worries.
So I mean, we can try this to see.
Let's try this. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go back to the other terminal because I don't want to.
Terminal, the shared terminal.
On the hook. Bugger.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna. All right.
I think it's working now. Right?
Yes. All right. So it is working. So I think that might have been the reason why we got undefined. And
Wait, undefined. Oh, which is which? Hold up a sec. Let's do this. I don't know which one is which.
yeah, let's determine which console.log is printing out undefined. I'm guessing it's gonna be line 64.
Okay.
Yes, for whatever reason, because
Well, at least we got this part working. Like your
Yeah.
your theory was correct. Like adding another container.
yeah.
So we do is open up a new block, create a container, did the
Mhm.
number conversion, and it's working.
Mhm.
But when we,
Right.
in theory, like after all this is done, in lines 59, 62, it should like store
Yeah.
it in here, and we should be able to see it when we log
Yeah,
in
yeah,
at
but
64.
it's not for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, that's throwing me off. I have.
Yeah. It might have something to do with it's not being hoisted. I guess to the test variable. I don't know. Maybe for each does not hoist. It's only locally, I guess, calculated and locally scoped. Since it's
Oh wait,
since it's,
wait a minute. Because
well, what are you thinking?
it's in place, right? So what if
It's in place. Yeah.
So what if I were
That's why. Yeah.
to remove this, right? No, I'm gonna take this.
Okay, just remove it. Yeah.
And then console.log. Let's comment this out. Log X.
X down there. So
Because the array
what's
itself.
X?
X is the array itself because it's doing it in place.
Oh yeah, correct. So it should print out all of the values and
But is okay.
It's-
Yeah. So yeah, that was so what you said led me to this. So basically, I forgot what you said, but something you said that was pretty smart. That
the for each method, I guess, kind of basically it executes a function on every element in the array
yeah.
in place. Yeah, I guess it doesn't create a new array.
So yeah, we were storing this in a variable that just wasn't capturing the result of this thing because it's being done in place. So the X.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So number result. So here
So we're still trying to work with the, I guess, for each, right?
yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, so
It's possible, yeah, still very possible, yeah.
it's doing. Okay. It's doing it each conversion and it's storing it here. We're logging it out. It's logging it out individually, but X is still. Okay, so I guess our theory is not fully correct because X, the original array, it's still in its original format with the numbers and strings. So this is a kind of a for each type of quirk, which I'm not using for each. So this is a good learning experience.
This would be a good learning experience to understand how for each work under the hood. Yeah, because line 65 doesn't do anything. Well, it just prints out the initial array without the, I guess, the number method being applied to all of the index and the array.
Yeah, so it's meant to do a thing. Okay, so it's meant to do the thing inside the for each, so it won't mess with the original array. So here,
yeah,
we will need to like.
That's why we need line 60 to print something out. We needed to create a container for it.
So when we convert it, right, on line 60, do we need to like push it back into another array to throw it back into its like array format?
We might need to create another array outside of line 59.
So then
outside of the for each.
So because you said that,
Oh wait.
now I'm thinking then we should use map then, because that's what map does, right? It creates a new array.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm thinking out that might not work now. What I just said. If we create a new container, say after we get the number, we converted each element in the array into a number, and then we, I guess, add up those number. How do we return it? I was thinking if we create a container, say in line 57, and if we just push that container, that might not work since we're using for each, and since that container is outside of the for each method, yeah, that might not work.
So, I'm thinking
Do you still want to work with the for each, or you want to switch to map?
yeah, I will do map, because like what I was also thinking was like, all right, what if you had like an array here, right? And then push it from here to inside here, but that's what map is doing essentially from what I read.
Map that, yeah.
So,
But I don't think a for each will work for that.
okay.
But map, yeah, definitely will.
So if I said something like x dot map, right?
Yep.
And then just for, I'm going to do this, right? Give me 1 sec. Yeah, let me delete it. Okay, right, so if we go back to this thing, right, and then we said number is going to be element.
Yeah, we'll just apply to every element in the number method. Yeah.
And then what are we going about? That this
Let's see.
hopefully should work.
Yeah, I don't see anything funky that would cause it not to work. So it does work. Cool.
It does work. Okay. All right. So I learned something about for each, which I need to explore a little more, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't get.
Yeah, same here. I don't use it enough to know, I guess, this limitation, how it works.
Yeah. But according to what you said was pretty key, because at least at the very least, I know that map does this thing, like it applies a function to each of the numbers, but it creates a new array, a new container that allows me to like log it out and do something with it. For each does the opposite, which I need like other examples, because I just don't know all its quirks yet.
Yeah.
So okay, and then here we want to reduce. So I'm wondering.
Yeah, Mike can. Yep.
Can I just
apply the reduce function inside of maybe the map method.
You think I could do it here? Chain it on.
Let's see.
I'm gonna try.
That might work.
Yeah.
I was thinking should it be the other way around, but this might work. Yeah, as far as how the method will be executed. Yeah.
I'll log this out.
Still like an R.
Yeah, it worked.
There we go. Nice. Cool. So it basically executes from left to right. Then, with that said, or wait, no. Yeah. Our number will convert every element to a number, and then reduce will go through each number in the array and just
like add it up, like so that's what, like, so I'm understanding now. Because of this, I kind of understand more the, what's this called, the accumulator. That makes more in this context. This makes more sense, because for every number, like what you just said, for every number we're going to reduce. It's almost like, it's like kind of appending on each of the numbers we roll through. Something like that. So something like, I'm probably saying it wrong, but all right, bet. So essentially, I'm gonna just do this in CodeWars. I'm just gonna return this.
Yeah.
Okay.
This for, I guess, just to finish it. Yeah, in CodeWars. Yeah. we can run the code in CodeWars.
Yeah. But okay, so just to kind of go over it again, we're mapping, iterating through each of the elements. And we chose map because it's creating a new array, I guess. It allows us to return it for some reason, versus the for each, which I need to understand a little more. But essentially, we're going to take each of those elements and turn it to a number. And then once that's done running, this function execution stops running. Then the reduce is chained on and takes all those numbers and like adds it up together.
Yeah, according to how we have the expression written, A and B, A plus B, yeah.
All right, let me just copy this into. Give me one sec. Let me comment this out and put this into CodeWars to see if it works. Try this one. Test. Yeah, at least so the initial test worked. So I'm gonna attempt it, and yeah, so both this worked as well.
Okay, right.
And I'm gonna
the for each, I guess, and how it works under the hood. For sure. How we, I guess, kind of struggle with it. Kind of like makes me want to research it a little bit better for understanding. Like maybe when is a good case to use it and when should we not use it? Yeah.
So I'm looking through. So I submitted it. Yeah, same here. I'm looking through. You know how you submit, you get these other answers. One of the top answers is very close to what we just did.
All right.
So I'll paste it inside, but there's like a slight difference.
Are there any solutions that uses for each? I'm sure there's probably a few. If you keep scrolling.
Yeah, I'll check in a sec. But you see this thing here? This was interesting. You see what I just pasted? Someone had this +8. I don't know what that plus does.
That basically converts the string into a number. Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's like that. Yeah.
Oh.
You just I guess I'm still confused about the syntax, but that's one way to convert the if the value or the element is not a number already, it'll convert the element into a number.
That's cool. I didn't know that. So word. So this is the same as almost like this.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
Right. That's crazy. I didn't know
that. It is. Yeah.
Cool.
Is there a for each by chance?
There is.
I'm just curious. All right.
There is one. I see.
Good. We can look at that one, or I mean eventually, maybe not right now as far as trying to understand it, but can you paste it really quick? I'm just curious to see how it looks like.
There you go.
Oh, all right. So they declare a container for it in line 76 from what it looks like. Yeah. Okay. And they return it outside of the for each statement. Looks like you have to declare the container outside of for each and return outside of for each as well, as far as being able to work with the for each. Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely was thinking about using for each the wrong way after looking at this.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the array is array X, array is array. Interesting. Usually, okay. I don't know why they use the is array. Like I know the only time I use this is to check if the thing is an actual array when I'm doing.
Is that another way to? That's not a way to verify that is a number, the element. No, I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Yeah, because it's done here. The number thing we use, they use it here.
Yeah. So it's definitely not to check if it's a number.
Or just they're probably checking for an edge case. Maybe that the input, to make sure that the input, like the argument being passed, is an actual array. Because the only time I use is array is when I did like a matrix to check to see if like the nested arrays to see if the array inside of an array is actually an array. That's the only time I use this method. So I don't know why they used it.
Yeah.
They just probably want to be slick about it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, the array method determines whether the pass value is an array.
Yeah. But
That's it. Yeah.
yeah, in this use case, I don't see why you need to do that. But it's probably
Yeah, I'm sure there's some
code.
extra comments. Maybe there's an explanation in the comments. I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't check. How do I do that?
If there is, yeah, you'll see it.
This person.
Okay. All right.
All right, but anyway, cool. Well, yeah, man. I think I guess I I can see where I can use for each a little more, but definitely need to do a little more research.
Yeah, yeah, and this is a matter of doing examples too. Again, for me at least,
Yeah.
as far as getting familiar with, I guess how each of these method works under the hood. I just know for each is definitely way more limited than, yeah, map, reduce,
Okay.
and filter. Yeah.
All right. So for this is the fun part that I still need to have work on. The 632 though, so maybe we can stop here, or if you want to attempt to do some big O, but
Oh,
up to you.
yeah, I got to get to yeah, some other stuff. So yeah, yeah. If anything, as far as what it relates to this exercise, yeah, me personally, I will, yeah, definitely try to look into yeah, the, I guess, the for each and how it works.
Okay.
So that's be my side assignment for this problem. Yeah.
Same here. Same here. Okay, cool. Then I'll just like once I from my end, I'll do the same, and then I'll see. Just out of curiosity, try to get better at Big O. I'm going to label some of this stuff and just send it to you as to like what I think it is.
Yeah. Let me copy and paste this code into the local file.
Cool.
All right, so I have it locally. And if you can, while you're researching the Big O, I'm not sure if you have any reference that you refer to like from time to time.
I do.
But if you can paste, nice. If you can paste that too, I definitely would love to check out those reference and concepts on Big O. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do. All right, cool. This was enlightening. Definitely takeaways are the usage of the iterators of maps and for eaches, and need to definitely, like you said, do more research. And yeah, and this was definitely a good one.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, and hey, we solved it most importantly, but there's some, I guess, some things we can improve upon, of course. So that'd be yeah, I guess the next steps. As far as digging deeper into what we learned from this problem. Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. So I'll keep you posted for Wednesday as usual.
Yeah.
The morning of, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. All right. Cool. That sounds good, man. Yeah. And it was yep, good to pair program with you again for sure. And yeah, I look forward to Wednesday.
Sounds good, Simon. Talk to you then.
All right, Eddie. I'll talk to you then.
All right.
See ya.
Peace.
Goodbye.
All right, guys. So I cleaned up the file a bit, and I am back at the first solution, the brute force solution that we came up with, and I want to attempt to try to identify the time complexity of this solution. So first and foremost, the way I understand time complexity is an indicator or a notion of how your code slows as your data grows, right? So with that in mind, they always reference the data set as n. So in this case, that there'll be the array, the x, and the only thing that's really gonna slow it down, I think at this point, is two things. Is the for loop that's happening, the iterator, right? So that in itself, I think, is going to be a linear time complexity. So the for loop will grow as much as n, or x in this case, which is the array, depending on how long it is. So if it's a short array, it'll be a quick operation. If it's a long one, I guess it'll take longer. Let's evaluate all these other lines. So nothing is really happening here. We're doing a check. We're pushing to a new container. This number is more of, just kind of like converting the element into a number. So I don't. It's more of like an operation, I think, versus an actual like iteration. I need to look that up. I don't know how that's going to impact the timing of it, but I'll leave that one alone. If anyone out there knows, please leave a comment below. I would highly appreciate it. So the only other thing, like I said, is this reduce, that I need to find out what that pretty much takes this function from a time complexity, you know, being that I'm assuming that it's going to be a linear where n is the array, basically the data set. But is that the worst case scenario? I'm not sure. I think this reduce may affect that, and that may turn to the worst case scenario. So what I'm going to do is basically look it up and find out to see if I can find any information on that. So let's do a quick search, and I'm going to say, what is the time complexity of reduce? Let's say in JavaScript, or at least some sort of like indicator or notion of what it could be, because each scenario is different. And let's see what they say here. What is the time complexity of JavaScript array reduce and array define? So this guy has two examples. So first, he's trying to brute force approach. He has two nested loops, so that's some what was that? I forget the time complexity. Is it quadratic or n squared? I forget the name of this, but I need to look that up. It's been a couple weeks since I've done any time complexity stuff, so kind of forget it. Kind of forget what's what. The way it works sometimes. We don't do things consistently. Okay, so the minimum time complexity reduce is O of n, because it must iterate through all the elements once, assuming an error is thrown, but it can be unbounded since you can write any code you want inside the callback. That's its minimum time complexity, O of n. The time complexity is worst case O of n squared or quadratic, I think. The reduce runs in O of n time, and you run a reduce for every entry in the array, making it O x n squared, or exponent squared. Okay, so let me look at another piece of information here. Maybe that can help me narrow down. JavaScript array methods. This person his name is Luis Castillo. Time complexity big O for JavaScript array methods and examples. So let's go to see if they have a reduce. Cat slice index of for each map filter reduce O of n. Returns a single value after applying the reduction function for each element. So does that mean here is O of n and here is O of n, and because they're not nested, we're not looking at the kind of quadratic version of it, but we're just looking at kind of like two linear time complexities, right? So does that mean, let's see, I don't know, this definitely doesn't do that. Like there's no, or I don't think it does. Okay. So does that mean this equals this? No, hold up. because there's two of them, because there are two kind of like iterators happening, that's we add them up and becomes O(n) squared. I don't think so, because I remember it saying something about dropping the constant, right? So I'm gonna just stick with it being just O of n, that the time complexity is linear. That'll be big O of n, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not great at explaining this big O time complexity just yet, but I'm starting to get a better feel for it. That basically is the measurement of how your code slows as your data grows, and that's kind of where I'm at with this. And I'm starting to get better at at identifying some of the stuff. I still need a lot of work, so if anyone would like to help me run some examples of where big O comes into these solutions and how to identify them, please hit me up. Leave a comment below. I would highly appreciate it. So moving on to the second one, and I'm going to say that this one is somewhat similar, because I'm going to clean this up a little bit. This has a return, and we're using a map, which is an iterator as well, and a reduce. So we know that, at least from what we read, the reduce at its worst case is O of n, or the other Stack Overflow mentioned it being O of n squared or something like that. But let me just actually verify that. And I have my my login from Thinkful, the bootcamp I went to let me know what that is. Okay, I'm at an old curriculum that I used to use back in the day, back in my boot camp. So I forget what the term was. So this is linear. That's what I've been kind of using lately. A polynomial, I guess quadratic. I think this is what I just saw. Or was it exponential that the Stack Overflow article mentioned? See, I don't know. I'm not sure. I know one of them is the nested for loop, so I thought this has a nested for loop. So I'm assuming that's going to be polynomial or quadratic. Okay. But okay, so for the example of this is not nested per se, but they're two separate iterators. So I'm not sure how to identify that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this open. I'm not sure how to, so if anyone could let me know what the time complexity of this is, but I'm gonna just say that at the very worst case, they're both, or at least the reducer said it was a linear, but let me look this map method up. That map, time complexity, JavaScript. All right, so this article talks about reducing time complexity using the .map method, and I'm not sure what it's saying. By using map instead of an array, we're going to reduce the time complexity to linear. Okay, so it's linear without increasing space, because accessing a value with the get method of map in practice is constant time. And I gotta read the rest of this. This is probably more information I should be reading. But that's the information I'm gonna go with so far. So they're saying both of these are O of n. So again, I'm not that great at this, so I'm just gonna say that the time complexity is pretty much the same because they're not nested, I guess. It's not like a quadratic time complexity, but it's more of a, you know, this map is a linear time complexity. This map is also a linear time complexity. And I don't know if I should be adding these two together or something like that. I do not know. The only cases that I've gone through where I've done like some O of n squared or quadratic or polynomials when the loops are nested. And in this case, I don't know behind the scenes if they're nested, but I know we're chaining methods. So are they independent from each other? And because I just dropped the constants, does that mean that we just roll with one, like identifying this as just a linear time complexity because they're both independent from each other? You know, after this is done running, then the reduce does its thing. I don't know. Someone hit me up in the comments for this one as well. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. This is my attempt of identifying the time complexity for both versions of Sum Mix. And if you're still with me for this long, thank you. I appreciate all the love and the consistency from any viewers who are watching this. And please let me know if I'm thinking about the time complexity in the right way, and feel free to hit me up if you know of any resources that I can use that will help me. I actually just now thought of one, but I'm gonna not do that right now. I will say that for the next video. There's like a cheat sheet that I could have used for this. But yeah, the questions still apply. I don't know if I should be adding these two together, these two here. So yeah, anyway, thanks guys. Hope you guys are learning something. I am for sure. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.